Hi everyone, I'm Frank from Statius, and I'm going to talk about dApp Connect today for the bounty at It's Online. So let's get started. So what is Waku? Okay, so Waku V2. A good way to present Waku is to talk about where Waku comes from. So originally, Web3 was a trifecta of Whisper for communication, Swarm for storage, and Ethereum for the contracts. Statius, the company, wants to be as a window to the Web3 world and created a Statius app, which is a decentralized messenger and a wallet and a dApp browser. Statius being probably the only one using Whisper, tried to use Whisper in a mobile environment, and it was just not working. It's not scalable, and there's a number of properties that didn't fit for the mobile environment. So created some tweak, changed the protocol to create Waku V1, which allows Statius now to work on mobile platforms. Waku V2 is a lesson learned. So Waku V1 and Whisper use Dev P2P like Ethereum 1, and Waku V2 is a fresh stack, only P2P, with new protocols that are basically the lesson learned from using Waku V1 for the past years. So what is Waku V2? It is a set of protocols which are geared to enable communications, and it's also a network of adaptive nodes. By adaptive node, I mean that each node may enable some of the protocol, not all of them. So for example, if you have a node in the browser, you may not want to store messages, but you may still want to be able to send and receive messages. If you run a node in the cloud, then you may want to store messages so that you can service the network and service mobile phones and web browsers that are not always connected and may miss messages. But you may not be able to enable WebRTC protocol stack, for example, transport protocol. So in the Waku world, we have a set of protocols, and then it's really up to the developer to decide what protocols they want to enable, depending on the platform, depending on the use case, and the resources that are available. So what are the values? Why would you want to use Waku? So it is a decentralized protocol and infrastructure. So everyone can run a node and participate to the network. This allows it to not only allow scalability and help with reducing the risk of having centralized infrastructure, but it's also censorship resistant, of course. By having running a number of nodes and anyone be able to run their own nodes, then it's much harder for any state or party to try to block you from using Waku. It is privacy minded, so we are aware that some dApps need to have strong privacy, such as end-to-end encryption, and so we baked in some features in the protocol to allow dApps to easily encrypt the messages with symmetric or asymmetric encryption. And it is designed for the browser, mobile, and other restricted environments. I would say Waku V1 and V2 come from the need of having a protocol that works on a mobile environment where you may not be always online. You may have limited CPU, limited battery, limited data plan, or in the browser where you have limited storage, and when you close the browser tab, then the tab is offline. So this is baked in the protocol, and we have and in a number of ways, it allows you to use the protocol from all these environments. It is off-chain, so we don't use a blockchain to send messages there. So it is totally off-chain and decoupled from the Ethereum blockchain. But it is built for the Ethereum ecosystem. And so as we work on Waku, we are adding more and more features and ways to integrate it with your Web3 wallet and other Ethereum-specific use cases. But it is visible by anyone, okay? So you don't have to use Ethereum. You can use another blockchain, or you don't even have to use a blockchain. You can just, have web apps that you want to have some decentralized communication features and just use Waku in your web app, which doesn't have to be a blockchain app. So what are the available implementations? So we have NimWaku, which is a adaptive node. Most likely as one to use as a backend, whether in the cloud to serve the network or as a native library to run on your desktop. We have GoWaku that we use as a backend for the Statius chat app on both mobile and desktop. And we have JSWaku, which is what we encourage you to use for the Bounty, which is JavaScript library for dApps, web wallets, and other web apps. So as a dApp builder, what would you want to use Waku? How it can be useful for you? So basically, it solves the communication problem. All right. So if you want to have user-to-user communication, or maybe from a dApp operator, smart contract owner to user, or for machine-to-machine communication, if your dApp needs to have some communication between parties, then you can use Waku to solve the communication issue. And if today you're not using Waku, most likely you are either using a centralized infrastructure to do communication, and that removes the need because you can use Waku for decentralized communication, or you are using your own decentralized solution. And what we're suggesting here is that instead, work with us and use our features, because what we have is that VAC is a research division that is building Waku, and we are building that as a public good. So everything is open, all our specs are open, and you can come at any time and suggest new specification or help us improve them. And same thing for the implementation. So we're trying to have an open way to work here, so you can use it and improve it with us. And then from your point of view, you can just use it, or you can join us and help us improve it. We also intend to have a number of out-of-box solutions so that you don't have to build everything from scratch, and instead use some of our SDKs that I will talk about it next. So Waku is a set of protocol and network. What is dApp Connect? dApp Connect is a way to help dApp developers using Waku. So it's a set of documentations and libraries to allow you to add these feature communications to your dApps. So the JS Waku library, which is written in JavaScript, is a core element to this to dApp Connect. We are working on having some documentation website and other websites available so that it's easy to find and easy to access the information. In our GitHub repository, we have some code examples available and some guides, some explanation videos such as this one, and we're also building some SDKs. So we are aware of some common use cases or popular use cases of Waku. So instead of having dApp developer build this common use case on top of Waku themselves, we want to provide SDKs which allows you to easily import and have some polling mechanism. So something like Twitter polls or voting, especially for your DAO, having voting where the voters don't have to spend any gas and instead send the votes over Waku. I'm also working on a chat SDK if you want to use Waku for chat purposes and ability in your dApp. So what is available? So what can you do today with JS Waku? So you can receive messages. So you can use Relay. So Relay is a gossip sub protocol. So it sends messages to your peers, who then forward them to other peers and have the messages broadcasted through the network, which allows it to reach the final recipient. And you can also receive messages through Store. So the Store protocol is the one that store messages for a month or so that as if the dApp is in the browser, when you start your dApp, you can retrieve messages you miss or older messages from the store, and you don't have to wait for messages to be rebroadcasted or anything like that. You just contact the store and just retrieve all messages. You can send messages through Relay or through Lightpush. Lightpush is a protocol that allows you to send a message and get an acknowledgement from your peer. So for example, again, if you are on a platform like a mobile with bad connection, and you send a message over Relay and you're not quite sure whether the other peer receives the message, you can use Lightpush so that the other peer to send you a response and confirm reception of the message. And most likely this other peer is one of the cloud peers so that they have more reliable connection and can broadcast the message using Relay. We also have a few encryption and signature methods available in JS Waku, so that if you want to encrypt messages, then it's very straightforward to generate keys and have the encryption happening. We have a number of code examples. So we have like a POC, web chat POC available in React that you can have a look at to inspire yourself. Same thing for an Ethereum direct message, so private message, which are end-to-end encrypted messages where you're able to send a message to someone else, only knowing their Ethereum address. And that can also be used to inspire yourself for your own dApp. And there is other code examples that are supporting the guides. So in terms of guides, we have guides on how to use Waku Store, how to use Waku Relay, how to use them with React hooks, so in a React environment, and how to do encryption. And as we continue, we write more guides. So let's talk about the bounty. So the bounty for the ETH Online event in 2021. So Status will be awarding $4,000 in prize pool to all projects that integrate Waku into their submission in a meaningful way. So what does it mean, meaningful way? So Waku basically helps you move communications off-chain in a decentralized manner. So whether maybe you have no communication in your dApp at the moment, so you can just, or you have dApp idea that uses communication, so you can write it and use Waku for that. Or maybe you have a dApp that has some centralized ways of communicating, and you can use Waku to make it decentralized. Or maybe the dApp is using Ethereum blockchain or Ethereum blockchain to do communications, and so you spend a lot of gas, or users spend a lot of gas using the dApp. So in this case, you can move the communication off-chain using Waku. So the bounty, yes, so it's a very meaningful way. So any communication that add value to the dApp and that is done via Waku would be a meaningful way. Okay, and I have a number of use cases for you that you can try as part of the hackathon, but you don't have to do one of these cases to be part of the prize pool. Okay, so if you have your own idea, I'm more than happy. I'm very excited about creative and original ideas. So in the case of so one use case is multi-sig, so multi-party signatures. Alice, Bob, and Carol have a multi-sig wallet together, and they need to exchange the signature so that they can approve a transaction. So in this case, what you can do is use Waku for Alice to sign for, maybe Alice starts and say, okay, we need to do this transaction. She signs it, and she can sign it over Waku. For Bob to get it, do his own signature as well, sign it over Waku, and then Carol can grab both the signature, sign it herself, and then put it to the blockchain. So that's one great way to have that done in a decentralized manner. Layer 2 coordination. So and state channels, actually. So like any kind of, there's several scalability technologies that you could use Waku for the communication part. So if you look at, the roll-up layer 2s, you usually sign your transaction, your layer 2 transaction, and give it to an aggregator or coordinator. So you can see, and most likely connect directly to them. So you can see how Waku could help here. If you may, be behind the firewall or something that doesn't allow you to connect directly to this aggregator, and instead send a transaction to the aggregator via Waku. Or you could maybe have a situation, and that doesn't work with all layer 2s, of course, where several aggregators can compete in the marketplace to be the one to include your transaction into the next block of the layer 2, and having some competition there where you send the transaction over Waku and the aggregator will try to grab it and be the one to submit the next block. So that's something if you're familiar with layer 2 already, that's something to be interesting to explore. NFT auctions. So most NFT platforms today are centralized. You are all the bidding you're doing on the platform is done offline in the centralized service. So instead, having bidding happening over Waku. So what you could do is have a smart contract where by bidding, you sign a message, and this would be a valid for smart contract to take your money and give you the NFT. And so having the bid happening over Waku, and the current owner of the NFT can take the highest bid and be the one to submit this to smart contract to then exchange the NFT for the money. So that's, I think, is a very interesting use case. I'm sure that we have some projects already that are working on that, but that could be a very interesting one to look into for the bounty. And finally, games. So there's a number of games. So whether you are using the blockchain for your game communication, which most likely costs a lot of gas, yes, using layer 2 can help with that, but maybe moving Waku, moving some communication to Waku, maybe having some states, which are done off-chain and just only going to the chain in specific circumstances could help with that. or maybe you don't even use the blockchain. I mean, I know we are SLR9, but maybe you don't even use the blockchain. And in this case, use Waku to help with the communications. So let's have a quick, so we have guides, and there's links at the end which shows the guides and the examples, so you can inspire yourself. Of course, I'll be available in the East Global Discord server to help with anything, answer any question. Let's have a look at the basic building blocks of JS Waku. So the first thing I want to talk about, which is a very important concept, is the content topic. So the idea is that when you send a message, you have to attach the content topic, so it's easier for you to filter the message you receive and only process messages that are related to your DApp. So we propose a format. I mean, it's decentralized and it's an open protocol and open network. So you can do whatever you want, but we propose a format to make things easier. So the format is to have so the DApp name, so like slashes. First one is your DApp name, then the version of your message, of your protocol, of your DApp, and then a content topic name, which is related to specific functionality, and then the encoding. So for example, if you do notification in your protocol, then you can have a content topic notif, and your DApp is Supercrypto version 1, and you put content topic notification, and we suggest to use protobuf, so proto will be the format. So that whenever you send a notification message, you use this content topic, and on the DApp side, you can filter and put the right hooks on notification by filtering on this content topic. And then maybe you have another feature of sending private messages, and so you use different content topic for that. So then this allows you, when you process messages you receive, it allows you to have these messages there and ensure that and have like different hook for different messages. Create Waku node in your browser. You just use Waku create function, and I suggest to use the Bootstrap through option there, so that it automatically connect to some new Waku nodes. Okay. So at the moment, in terms of discovery, we only have Bootstrap available. That ensures that you have some nodes and you don't have to implement your own discovery or anything like that. We do suggest, so feel free to build during the hackathon, but we do suggest to run your own node as well as part of the network. And we do have a DNS discovery system. So again, come and talk to me if you are keen to run your own node and keen to have it help serve the Waku network. In terms of, so listening for messages. So what you do is that to listen for messages on the Relay network, you go grab the Relay object, waku.relay, and you add an observer. And message being a Waku message, so there is a specific interface class. You can look in the library, and you can see that the content topic here is specified. So the thing that's how you add a hook to listen to messages under a specific content topic. And so the messages we receive that this hook will process only are from the content topic. So let's say here we are processing private messages. To send messages, so you have to build the Waku message object, and there is guides to explain to you how to do that in more details. So usually you may not want to have just a string, you may want to have a more complex object and use protobuf. So we have guides for that. But here, if you just use string, when you build the messages, the first argument is your payload, and then the content topic to categorize this message so that users on the other side can filter it and have the right hook. And then to send it over Relay, just waku.relay.send, and it's a message. Problem solved. So you start your DApp. You may want to, depending on use case, you may want to retrieve older messages, archive messages. So in this case, you can use the Waku store protocol. So waku.store the query history. Again, pass the content topic so that you only retrieve messages that are relevant to your DApp. And then you can pass a callback that will give you all the messages, and then you can process them as you want. So that's very basic building blocks that most likely you will want to use. Again, so we can find these slides online, and we have the GitHub repo is what we have, where we have everything at the moment. Where we have you can see the code example are in the GitHub repo in the example folder, and we have some guides. So I suggest you have a look at the guides, look at what's interesting you, and we have the supporting example for the guides. And again, I'm available for any kind of support. I am based in Australia, so just give me 24 hours to come back to you if we are in Europe or in the US. Or in Asia, actually, it's quite good in Asia if you're in Asia. So I also have online documentation available for all the API interfaces, which is available there. Feel free. So for Eastern Online, do use Eastern Online Discord. I will be watching it. We also have a Discord for the VAC division that you are welcome to join, especially if you want to work more on your DApp after Eastern Online. All right, thank you very much, and best of luck. I'm looking forward to the submissions using Waku. Take care.